Hey guys, in this video we're going to look at data types in JavaScript. So in programming, data types are important to understand because they consist of specifying the type of data that you want to store for your program or your script in our case. So you have variables, and you will recall from previous tutorials that variables are like containers in which you store data. And these containers, in fact, are references to locations in your memory. So when you store data in your variables, they actually take up space in your computer's memory because they actually stores over there. And then you simply refer to that data through your variables, which have names. In programming, usually you have to specify what type of data you want to store when you declare your variable. So when you declare a variable, you have to specify, do you intend to store a string, a number? If it's a number, what kind of number? Is it a floating point number? Is it an integer, a positive, negative value, etc.? So other programming languages might require you to specify all of that. In JavaScript though, this is simplified. Now I have this Mozilla Developer Network page, which I might add in the description of this video. It gives you an overview of the data types in JavaScript. You have boolean, null, undefined, number, string, symbol, and objects. Now JavaScript is what we call a dynamic language or a loosely typed language. And let me give you an example here. In other programming languages, you might have to declare a string variable like this. In some cases, you could remove this. Now still, I have string here, meaning I want to store a string value in this variable. Here I have this underlined in red because in JavaScript, the syntax is different. But let's say this is correct because in other programming languages, this could be correct. I'm going to try and increase the font size here. So if you were to proceed and do this, that would be valid. But doing this would be wrong because you specify the variable as a string variable. Therefore, you cannot proceed and store a number inside. And there are multiple benefits to working with strongly typed languages such as C if you want, or C# or Java. And that is because when the compiler is compiling your code, it needs to understand if the values that you are storing your variables are valid. So in the example I had here, it will quickly throw an error to let you know that you cannot store a number in a variable that you've declared as a string. Likewise, the compiler needs to understand how much space of memory needs to be allocated for your data, the data that you intend to store in your variables. So we're not going to dive deep into memory management in this tutorial because in JavaScript, most of this is taken care of in the background for you. So what you have to do is simply declare your variables using let or the var keywords, and we looked at these keywords in a previous tutorial. Or if there are constants, you can use the const keyword. Now, the next thing that you will need to do in JavaScript is simply go ahead and initialize your variables using one of these data types that you see here. Now, the cool thing is in JavaScript, you can dynamically change the values stored in your variables. So we are referring here to the type of values. Let me give you an example. Alright, so here I have this example where I have my variable called property, my property, and I'm storing a string in here. I am then appending the value to the paragraph in my index.html document. So I have property string here. It is indeed a string. I can go ahead and change the type of value that I want to store inside my property variable. and now we get the number. There were no errors anywhere. If I open my console, it is all clean. There are no errors because this is perfectly valid in JavaScript. Now I could go ahead and say and we get false here. I might do a separate video to better explain because I don't want to make this one too long for you. But this is a string, okay? This is a number. This is a boolean value, which means the values can only be true or false. So false here is not a string, it is a keyword that you use for boolean variables. Now, this is just an introduction to data types, and I want to make a next video where we look a bit more closely at these ones without making it too complex. So I hope you'll catch me for the next tutorial. I will try and publish it very soon in a couple of hours. In the meantime, please like this video, share it, subscribe. Cheers.